Okay, let's see. Let's see what I got for just quick tea. I don't have anything crazy, y'all. Oh, I don't know if Pat's still here or not. But fucking hell, man. Pat reacted to I Need You by BTS. And obviously he's a little confused, as one would be when watching that video for the first time. And you have this fucking person. Hold on. I'm going to go to the actual... I'm going to go to the thing. Give me 1 second so I can read the comment.
God, I feel so much better.
Hold on.
Taco, you look crazy.
Yeah, you need to hear this part.
Okay, I'm fine.
And it has 55 likes on this comment. It has a down like for me. Of course, like a thumbs down for me. I was just so annoyed by this comment. So Pat reacted to I Need You.
Okay.
BTS.
Yeah.
Obviously, he was a little confused.
Right.
As one would be reacting to that video.
Right.
That's the first video that starts their storyline,
right.
If anyone's wondering. Now, I'm about to read this person's comment, and it is filled with spoilers. It literally spoils the entire storyline. So please mute me. Please, for the love of God, mute me right now if you have not seen it or you don't want it to be spoiled. Mute me right now because I'm about to read their comment so everyone can see how ridiculous someone is that they would say this on someone's stuff. That. So mute me right now, okay? This is what they commented. To cut it short, in the storyline, everyone dies in different ways, and I Need You, MV is the beginning of everything. J-Hope overdoses, Suga burns himself, Jimin drowns himself in the bathtub, JK gets run over by a car, V kills his father. So that's what you see in the I Need You MV. In continuation of the storyline, in the Run MV and the highlights, you will see V throw himself into an ocean. That's how he dies. The only one who doesn't die is RM. Jin plays the main role, and he's a time traveler who goes back every time to the times of their deaths to take them with them the last picture of the moment that was for him the most beautiful moment of his life. But in the pictures that Jin takes, he disappears, and every time he has to go back in time again, and every time he does, something changes in the story. One time Jin goes back back in time, and we see Jin driving the car that hit JK, and then it stops at that last moment before it hits him. Another time we see JK, who survived the accident, saving Suga from the fire. Another time we see Jimin and J-Hope together in a mental hospital. Another time we see V and RM arrested together. And so the events continued and change in every MV until everyone survives. And in the end, the Forever Young MV, we see that everyone's alive and they saved each other in the end. Are you fucking kidding me? Who does that? I'm sorry, Talk. Who does that?
Why would you do that to someone who's just getting into
the first video? And that's the comment you leave?
Oh my god. Why would you do that?
Like, what?
Oh my god.
I wish I could go in and delete that comment from his channel. And there's 55 likes.
Why?
The entire story.
You just spoiled
everything. Every aha moment, every oh my god moment. So now when he sees it, when he watches it, and the other, he's like, oh yeah, I read about that. Like, why would you take those moments away from someone? Even if he doesn't dive deep into the storyline, you're still taking aha moments away from someone. What the fuck is wrong with you? Weird. So people then commented and said, why would you spoil it? Another person, spoiler alert. They comment back, or no, someone else comments and says, be for real, Pat's never gonna go deep dive into the BU. He's not that kind of reactor. And he's not BTS focused. First of all, fuck you. It doesn't matter if someone's a BTS only channel or not. That doesn't mean that they can't dive into a storyline. So that's really shitty comment to make.
If I find something intriguing, I'm gonna want to know more.
Yeah. And then they're like, it's probably better if someone explains to him why the boys are all offing themselves in the BTS videos. Otherwise, he'll just keep thinking they're being overdramatic over a girl. And so someone else was just like, first of all, how'd you know what he would do? Secondly, you could just say the song's not about a girl and the guys are going through some dark stuff. You don't have to spoil the entire storyline for him. What if you wanted to do it in his own time? He's going to be reacting to the next MVs anyway. Why spoil it? Like, did he ask for everyone to tell him everything about the storyline? No. And so then someone else said the same thing. Like, yeah, that's what I said in one of my comments. The storyline is not real and it's not about a girl. I also said to focus on the pairing of the members and what Jin's role was, but that's all anyone needs to know just starting out at the BU. All these comments, like, what's the point in reacting and learning about the storyline if you're just going to get it spoiled in the comments? And then someone's like, for real, like, what if you got interested from the MVs and wanted to dive in, but now there's no point because literally the entire story is spoiled for him. So now it's like, okay, what's the point now? What for what?
For real, though.
Like, and then there's someone else is like, I hear you, there's helping and answering questions, but you keep the big spoilers to yourself.
Like, the whole fucking storyline to yourself.
Yeah. And then, then they were trying to kind of defend the person, like, well, in our fair list, maybe they didn't know they were spoiling, maybe they thought they were saying it in a way that made it sound interesting, we'll never know. But then they commented again and said, you know, I just reread their comment, and it was very clear that they were spoiling it, like, 100% clear. Yeah, and then they're like, why recommend the guide video if you just basically told them everything about the fucking storyline? And then they comment back, the person who spoiled it comment back, and he goes, he won't understand much of what I'm saying until he sees it for himself anyway.
No, you telling me that
was the biggest, like, wait, what's happening?
What do you mean I won't understand it until you
That's
tell
the
me?
biggest mystery of the entire storyline. That's the biggest mystery. And you spoiled that. Like, what?
That would be like me spoiling a big, like heavy, like, show that someone wants to watch. Be like, oh yeah, well, this happened and that happened.
They
and
didn't
that happened,
even
and that
say,
happened.
like, spoiler warning
No,
ahead.
they
They just
said it.
went into it. So at
least if it's a spoiler ahead, he can just scroll past it.
And someone else
Oh my
commented and said,
God.
I hate when people spoon feed people everything about a song or performance before they get to even experience it on their own. They're like, okay, well then what was the point? Maybe at least put a warning at the beginning that you're spoiling everything. All these people are commenting. They're reading it. They're commenting back, and they never edited their comment to say spoiler warning, nothing. They don't give a shit. This person who left this comment clearly does not give a fuck and does not care. Because they couldn't even take the time. They could take the time to comment on their comment again, to reply under their comments, but they couldn't take the time to edit their comment and put spoiler warning in the front of it. No, because they don't care. Which is so shitty. It's just so shitty. Yeah, and people are just like, it just takes the fun. It takes all the fun out of, of it. Now recommending certain performances and stuff, like, it's not going to be the same because, whatever. And then they comment again and they said, don't you understand that I'm not spoiling, you idiots?
You need to be hit upside your head.
Like,
What do you mean?
I wish I could go in and delete this fucking comment. That is that's the worst spoiler. I've read spoilers. That is the worst spoiler I have ever read.
You literally laid out the entire thing.
All the mysteries, all of the aha moments, everything.
Like, let him, if he wants to, piece it together. If he asks at the end of the video, hey, can you explain what happened in this video
The only thing they didn't say was the J-Hope candy bar.
Right.
Because it wasn't in that particular video. Like what it means.
Oh my god. That storyline is so intense, and the fact that they did that is... I hate it. That's so upsetting.
And I'm assuming Pat read it. I don't know, but I'm assuming Pat would have read it because it's literally the first comment that shows up because there's so many likes on it.
Yeah.
There's 55 likes on it. 55 other people saw that and was like, oh, yeah, that's a good comment. Are you fucking crazy?
People, like,
what is wrong with you?
I need you to look up what a spoiler is because that is a huge spoiler.
That's off. I hate that. I hate that so much. I hate that so much.
That's so annoying. And, like, if that would have been a comment on one of our videos...
Oh, I would have been pissed.
Oh, my God. Thankfully, when we were doing that, I wasn't reading any of the comments because I didn't want to come across one.
Yeah, I had already reacted to the storyline on my own, and I avoided most of everything, thank God. And then when I had her react to the storyline. I didn't let her read that. I was like, don't read the comments because I'm telling you, people are gonna fucking spoil it.
But could you imagine if someone laid out all of that in like our first video?
Pissed. Yeah.
Like, are you fucking kidding?
I'd been like, what are you fucking doing? Like, let a person experience something or try to figure something out on their own. Let the person have their own thoughts and
for them to be
feelings.
So disrespectful and be like, oh, he's not that type of reactor anyway. He's not gonna figure it out.
You don't fucking know what his plans are.
You. That's so rude.
It's so rude. I hate it. I was like, it pissed me off so much. Oh, it pissed me off so much when I saw that. Ugh. Anyway, I was so annoyed by that. It's not even funny. Hold on, sorry. I forgot I don't have the chat up here for you.
You're okay. I'm making a thumbnail anyway.
Let me...
I watched the most... Granted, remember, I'm only in the 2020 season. However, I have watched 17 pull the most chaotic of what I've seen so far. Game of Mafia. Oh my god. That shit was so funny.
17 are low-key crazy.
And I didn't even guess who the last Mafia was. I would not have expected it. The shit was hilarious. Oh my god. If y'all don't watch Going 17, even if you're not a fan of 17, which you should be, just saying, Going 17 has its own fandom, by the way, but that shit is so funny.
17 are one of the biggest hot messes I've ever seen in my life, and I love them so much.
A lot of it has, like, I'm telling you, at least in those jokes, a lot of it is Hoshi.
I mean,
between Hoshi and DK's reaction,
I was about to say DK.
DK is the funniest because he can't control his face. I love him so much. Oh my god,
I love DK so much. Oh, they're fucking crazy.
They're so crazy. And the season that I'm on for 2020, each member gets its own month. So I don't know whose month was episode 2 or 3 and 4, but dear God. Oh my God.
So someone had commented on one of my videos and they said they were asking a genuine question.
Okay.
And they said, I'm not coming at you or anything, so please don't think I am. I'm just asking this question because I'm subscribed to reactors that do what I'm about to mention and I enjoy it. But have you ever tried reacting to an MV all the way through without pausing to just absorb it and the song and then rewatching it again the way that you do now? I think you should try that and challenge yourself, LOL. Plus, I would love to see you watch things more than once. I enjoy when reactors love an MV so much that they rewatch it on screen a second time with us. And I love that this person loves that, but 100% statistically...
It'll get blocked.
No, not just that it'll get blocked, but that it increases the chance of getting blocked. Here's the biggest thing. For reactors, if I am saying and doing nothing and just watching something, I am not altering that content in any way, shape, or form. I am literally reposting someone else's content on my channel. That is actually not allowed on YouTube. That's technically like a violation of YouTube.
Potentially get your YouTube channel.
Yes, taken. You can get your YouTube. People have had their YouTube channel taken from them and shut down because they're doing what they consider being reposted content, not altering the content in any way. So that's one aspect of it. Okay, the second aspect of it for me is hold on, my ADD just kicked in. What the fuck? Let me just read to you what I wrote because my fucking ADD is kicking in now. This is what I responded back to them. I said, being forced to watch something fully through and not pause is very overwhelming and not at all the way I enjoy reacting and experiencing videos and music. I have ADD, so when I see something or hear something, I need to take a second and see it again or process it and take a moment to comment on what I am seeing as well. What works for some doesn't work for all, and the way I react and experience MVs is the most enjoyable for me. People who are watching my reactions 99% of the time have already heard the song, so I don't know why I would have to sit and listen to the song fully for their benefit if they've already heard it and it's not something that's enjoyable for me. So I'm just going to keep doing me, and if someone doesn't vibe with that, that's totally okay. No hard feelings. And that was my comment. They were respectful and just inquisitive. I was respectful back and explaining, myself. But I think that's my biggest thing is it's kind of like, I guess I don't really understand why so many people they've already heard the song. Mm-hmm. Like they know the song.
You probably watched it.
Why are you so bothered that I'm pausing the song? You already know what it sounds like. So let me just experience it my way. Why do I have to experience it your way? You've already experienced it yourself. Mm-hmm. You've done your thing the way you enjoy it best. Let me do my thing the way I enjoy it best. And yes, I can fully experience the song even with all that pausing. I can multitask. I can do it. And actually, because of my ADD, it helps me experience it better. Because if I'm watching something all the way through, I guarantee you I have missed half of what's going on because there's so much happening that it's overwhelming. And I'm like, I don't know what the fuck I just watched. I don't know what the fuck just happened. Not everyone's the same. My brain doesn't necessarily work that way the best. I work better, my brain works better, and my process of things better when I can pause for a second, I can zoom in, I can focus on something, I can rewind, I can double check that again, I can comment about this, I can talk something through about what I'm seeing on the screen, and I can talk through it. That's how I experience things best, which is why I react that way. That's why I react the way I do. So I just don't understand why people... So why is it okay for some people just to be like, and not say a word because that's how they enjoy something and how they like to experience something, but it's not okay for me to fully kind of immerse myself and talk about everything I'm seeing and want to rewind and look at it again and really I'm really focusing, and I'm not just glossing over something. I'm really focusing and really paying attention and really trying to understand. And I just don't get why some people, not all, obviously, but I don't understand why some people are so bothered by someone genuinely trying to pay attention to things that are happening in the video.
I also just get overwhelmed.
That's what I'm saying. You just need to take a second sometimes.
I was watching something. I don't remember what I was watching, but I kind of had just a brain, I kind of just shut down for a second. And literally the words, I think it broken, came out of my head.
I think it broken.
I think it broken. I was talking about my brain. And someone commented back and said, in quotations, I think it broken.
I think it is broken.
I think it is broken. And I was like, broken. Oh shit, I did say that.
I think it broken.
Because I get overwhelmed. And there's so much, like P1 Harmony's video. I know she hasn't seen it yet, so I'm not going to give spoilers, but there were so many things happening in that. And not only that, and this is a spoiler.
No, please don't.
No, it has references to their movie in it. So, I'm sitting here trying to understand everything.
So apparently I need to watch the movie first.
Yes, I'm saying that because you haven't seen the movie, so there's stuff you won't understand.
I'll watch the movie first.
I'm sitting here and I'm like...
Can you react to that?
Yeah, you should be able to. It's on Viki. It was.
I don't think I can react to that.
You can put it on Patreon.
I can Patreon react to that, yeah.
I would put it on Patreon, why not?
Yeah.
But I was like, there's so much happening, and I kept pausing, and I'm like, this is a lot. It's a lot. You can't expect me to go through it and not pause.
Yeah. Yeah, so I don't know. I just think it's weird for people to be like, well, why can't you do it this way? And I'm like, well, why can't I just do it my way?
Why can't you just
let me do it why do I have to change how I do something? I truly don't get that. If I'm clearly doing something, and I'm clearly enjoying myself, paying attention, commenting,
you said that a few times, Caitlin. It took me a moment to realize you meant your brain and not your computer.
Yeah, no, her brain. It broken. Fast. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, so like I don't understand. I don't understand.
I wonder where it is now. Let's see.
Yeah. Anyway, I don't understand why people always want to try to change how a reactor reacts to something. I guess I just don't understand why it's like that.
Okay, yes. For anyone who may have not seen it, the movie is just P1H, and it is on Viki for free. It's also on Amazon Prime for free.
Can we take a moment and talk about San in this look? Can we do that? Can we take a moment to talk about San in this outfit? Because, oh my god. Like,
he looks amazing.
Holy shit balls, man. That's a lot. That is a lot. Oof. I have feelings. I'm sure you do, Mike. I can't. That's too funny. Hold on, I have another comment also asking about the way I react, but not as nice. Are we ready? You guys ready for this one? You guys are gonna be so fucking annoyed. You ready for it? This is the next one. This is on my JK Part 2 album listen. I totally get pausing music videos or video content to talk, but man, pausing song audio without letting it play is a tough watch. How do you even remember what the song sounds like if there are big pauses in between every verse? First of all, it's not big pauses between every verse, but okay. I don't think anyone can appreciate a song that way. Not hating, just a suggestion to maybe listen to the song from start to finish and then make comments, or make short comments while the music is playing. That's still far better than pausing so many times. Also, let's not forget that many of your audiences could be neurodivergent too, so it would be painful for them to follow, especially without timestamps on the video. This is my comment back to them. So then don't watch my video. It's really that simple.
I mean,
I'm not going to change how I feel comfortable reacting and experiencing music in a way that's best for me, considering this is a channel where I am sharing my experiences discovering new music. If my style of reacting doesn't suit someone, then they don't have to watch. There are hundreds of other reactors that they can check out instead. I also don't think it's fair to dismiss how I genuinely enjoy experiencing something and suggest I change that to accommodate how someone else likes it instead. How is that genuine to me if it's uncomfortable for me to listen to and watch it that way? Also, by the way, I have ADD, which is the biggest reason for my pausing, because there's absolutely no way I would ever remember what the hell I would want to say about all the amazing things I'm hearing if I waited until the end of the song to say them. So, I have a pause warning on the screen for a reason. I give an additional verbal pause warning at the beginning of the video as well. If I've done all of that to communicate to the viewer that there will be pausing, and the viewer still wants to comment and complain about the pausing, or make a suggestion to not experience things on my channel the way I clearly enjoy experiencing them, well, that becomes their problem. So please find a different reactor that better suits your tastes, rather than telling someone that they should change the way that they enjoy something. Like, so hold on a second. I should have to accommodate random other people, because obviously people enjoy the way I react because I have a decent amount of subscribers. So they must enjoy the way I react to things. They must enjoy watching it that way. So yes, there are people who enjoy experiencing things the way I do it. So why do I need to change that for some random people who come in who say they don't like it that way? If we all did it the same way, that would be boring as fuck.
Yeah.
Let people enjoy things the way they enjoy them. And for her to have the audacity to be like, also, let's not forget that many of your audience could be neurodivergent too, so it would be painful for them to follow how you react. Like,
that's why you skip.
So then don't watch it.
I'm gonna be fully honest. Sometimes watching videos, like I too am like, okay, pause. But If I'm annoyed by their pausing, guess what? I just skip.
I fast forward through the pausing.
I skip once the video starts again.
I've done that so many times.
Yeah.
If I'm like, I don't really care about what they're saying in this particular moment, let me skip past it till they start watching the video again. Like, first of all, there's also different forms of neurodivergency. I don't know. Neurodivergentism? I don't know. Anyway, there's different forms of it. It's not, being neurodivergent doesn't mean like one thing. There's so many different aspects of being neurodivergent. And it's, yeah, exactly. ADD is one. Right. So I should dismiss how my issues to accommodate other people's issues? That doesn't even make sense. Did she even consider at all that maybe I have my own issues? No, she didn't. She didn't take 2 seconds. But also, once again, neurodivergency or whatever is, there's so many different aspects to it. It's not the same for everybody. So not everyone's going to be like, I have to see something all the way through. No, some people do get overwhelmed and also need to take a moment and stop. So they like watching a reactor who's taking a moment and stopping because they can relate to that experience.
I agree.
So it's like she, or the person, I don't even know, I should say she, but this person is commenting on this as if they don't even know what they're talking about. Because if you knew what you were talking about, you would know that, like, people who are neurodivergent, it's all not the same thing. There's so many different versions of how people experience things like that. So it's not all the same. So it doesn't even make sense. Their comment doesn't even make sense. I don't know. I just thought, like, your comment doesn't even make sense, and you're completely dismissing how the person experiencing this on your screen is feeling, what they're experiencing, or maybe why they do the things that they're doing. You didn't even ask, may I ask why it is that you pause so much? No, they didn't ask.
I've had people ask me that. They're like,
yeah,
I just have a question. Why do you pause a lot? And I'm like, this is why.
That's why the last person, I very clearly explained why, blah, blah, blah. Because they were just curious and they were respectful. This person, not respectful, and then they tried to sum up neurodivergency as one thing.
Don't put it in a box.
What are you talking about? You're not even making, what you're saying doesn't even make sense right now. What are you saying? I don't know. Annoying. So, yeah. I've checked back on both of them. Neither of them have commented back, so I don't know. Oh yeah. My post where I said this venue is beautiful but not as beautiful as, or gorgeous but not as gorgeous as Deep Pure Ian. He liked my comment. He liked my post. I was like, yay! He saw it. And Lana posted too, and he liked Lana's too, so I thought that was really cool. And Lana's like, he knows I exist on Instagram. She's like, how did he even find it? Because, like, yeah, I didn't tag you in it. So how did he find it if I didn't tag you in it? I'm like, trust me, if they're tagged in it, they'll find themselves.
There's a will or there's a way. They will find that shit.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, this was the sequence of texts, okay? Just so you guys know what happened and why I was so stressed that day. I said, hey, manager. I don't really want to say his name.
Yeah.
I was like, hey, manager. I hope the tour is starting off good for everyone. I'll be flying to Cali to go to the Oakland show because the date that Ian is at the stop closest to me in Atlanta, I will be in Vegas at a work conference, but I absolutely could not miss this concert. So off to Cali I will go, and I'll be there on Friday. I was hoping there may be a possibility to officially meet Ian and yourself in person before the show. I'm not sure what your schedules are like on show day, but I have a couple gifts I would like to give him as well if I can. Please let me know if that can be arranged. Thank you so much for your time. And then he messages me literally day before show. And he's like, hey, sure, let me see if we can find a time. It might be pretty hectic. Sorry for getting back to you late. It's been pretty crazy on tour. So I said, No worries at all. I'm headed to the airport now. I'm so excited for the show. So day of the show at like noon. Day of the show at noon. I was like, good morning. We're planning on getting there around 4 o'clock today to get in line, but we're staying at the Marriott in San Francisco, so we're less than 30 minutes away. If you need us to be there any earlier for like your time frame or whatever, just let us know. Of course, if it's too hectic to meet before the show and it would work out better after the show instead, that's cool too. Just let us know what's best for you guys. Thank you so much. I'm so excited for the concert. And then at 2 o'clock, he says, hey, do you think you can come now before 3? Sorry if that's a bit of a late notice. That's the text message I got when we were on live stream on the Get Ready With Me before the concert. That's the text. And I was like, that's why I was so panicked in that live stream. It says, hi, do you think you can come now before 3? It's 2 o'clock. And I'm like, yeah, that was the text. And so I'm like, so yeah, that's why I was so panicked in that live stream. So I said, yes, but we may not get there till like right before 3, but we'll totally be there. Do I just message you when we're there? And he said, perfect, message me when you're here. And so I said, just parked a couple blocks away, be there in a few. And then I said, we're out front now. And he's like, okay, stand by, I'll come and get you in a bit. Ian's just getting his makeup done. I said, okay, sounds good. And then he's like, I'm out front, where are you? And he called me and I saw him, and then he led us into the side entrance where I went over everything on our live stream. But yeah, so, and I'll recap more next week when we recap the concerts. I'll recap more next week. But yeah, so that's why I was like, like we have to like leave. I was freaking out because I had not finished doing my hair. We were not ready. Thank God we already had our makeup done and we were dressed, but like we just had to finish our hair. But I was like, oh my God, I was stressed the whole ride there. I'm like, Sandra called, and Sandra's like, hey girl, I just wanted to call to see what you were up to. And I was like, I can't talk right now. And she was like, huh? I'm like, I can't talk right now because we're on our way to the meeting. And she's like, oh my God. I was like, I know. Like, it was actually ridiculous. It was so funny. She's on the other. She's like, I'm so fucking happy for you. I'm like, I'm gonna cry. And like, and Lana's like, driving the car. It was just, it was hilarious.
Jesus Christ.
She's like, you've got to tell me all about it. I'm like, I'll tell you all about it. I get back here. Oh my God. Yeah, that was the call with Sandra in the car. It was hilarious.
Oh my God.
Yeah. She's like, okay, I'll let you go. Oh my God, I love you. Oh yeah, oh my God, I'm so excited. Like, I'm excited. I gotta go, bye. And then I hung up. Yeah. That happened on the way there. So yeah, it was fun times too.
Actually ridiculous. Oh no.
Because she called me. We're on the Bay Bridge, going over the Bay Bridge to get to go into Oakland, and that's when she called me. I'm like, I can't talk right now. Yeah, and she was like, oh my God. Yeah, it was ridiculous, y'all. It was so funny though. Yeah, it was very exciting. I was so nervous. Oh my God, I was so nervous. My hands were shaking so bad. Yeah. Anyway. If you want to hear more about like everything, because I literally recap everything from that evening in my DPR Ian after the concert, like concert recap live stream, just go to my channel and click the live stream tab and you'll see it there. It doesn't just show up on, like, when you go to someone's channel,
it doesn't show up under videos.
It doesn't show up on their main page. You have to click used to lives and videos were all there together. But now, if you ever want to see any live stream like content, you have to click the live tab to see all the live stream content.
Which is annoying.
I hope so, Aaliyah, but I don't know. That would be really cool if he did. I told Carmen I mailed her keychains out. She'll have them on Monday. So I'm excited for because the concert's on Tuesday, so I wanted to make sure Carmen got her keychains
freaking excited
on time. It's so funny because like Ian's just like, you should totally sell these. So Carmen should be like, I bought this from Anitra.
Listen.
Anitra sold them, like you said. I bought this from Anitra.
Allison. It's gonna be a long day, though. I'm so happy we're staying close because it's gonna be a really long day.
Yeah.
Allison!
Yeah, it was really fun.
Listen, we're gonna power through, though, Allison. Me, you, and Tracy, we're gonna fucking power through that, and it's gonna be great.
Yeah.
And then I'm just gonna be... Allison's gonna look over at me as soon as... I don't know who comes on stage. Is it Cream or Arctic first?
Arctic, then Cream.
Arctic's gonna get on stage, and I'm just gonna look up at his happy-ass face, and I'm just gonna start crying. I'm just gonna start crying.
Nah. You won't start crying until... I didn't really start freaking out. I mean, obviously, when Christian came on the went on the stage, obviously I started freaking out. But I didn't really start freaking out until Mido's entrance. Oh my god! I kind of want you to step out real quick so I can just play Mido's entrance. I just want to play just the Mido's entrance part. I just want them to know what I'm talking about. Just like for 2 seconds.
Jesus.
Or just like turn around.
No, I'll just get up and leave.
I'll be right there. Or I'll be done in a second. Hold on a second. Let me show you guys. Because it's fucking epic. It is fucking epic. Hold on, I gotta find it. Let me just verify this is the one I'm looking for. This is the one I'm looking for. Okay, let me download this real quick. Okay. Y'all. Let me put this on the screen. I want you to be able to see this. Like, I'm gonna make me small. I'm even moving the live chat over to the side. Okay. I mean... the dancers did their little dancey dance. Yeah, it says Opa on the screen. Anyway, we'll talk more about this concert next week. But yeah, so good. The Mito entrance was absolutely epic. Epic. Everything. So good. So good. Yeah. I loved it so much. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, so I'll share my footage with you guys. Like I said, I'm probably gonna edit everything together and post it tomorrow. Yeah, so cool. I'm so excited to put it all together and post it for you guys so you guys can watch it. Yeah, he's just so good. He's so good. It's clear. Allison came back too. Allison's like, hold on, I gotta go. So yeah, that was really, really fun.